Yes, sir. Welcome to Bargo's Book Club. Today we're reading Think and Grow Rich, bro. I'm doing this video for all the people that, you know what I'm saying, might not like to read it by themselves, bro. Books in general. Not just this book, but books in general. You know what? Less yapping, more reading. This is the book we're reading. Welcome to the book club. I'm glad you're here. Word. We won't be reading it, but we'll hear it read. All right, settle down, people. Settle down. We'll hear it read, right? If they let me. And we'll just go from there, bro. We'll just go from there. Boom. Look at us. Already making things happen. Let me take these texts off this word, okay? We're gonna read it, bro. We're gonna hear it. Welcome
Think
to the listening party, right?
and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Read by
Yes, sir.
Dan John Miller.
Bro, go get your book. If you don't have the book, go get the book, bro. Don't go get the book.
Originally published in 1937 by the Ralston Society. As a general disclaimer, the views and opinions expressed in this book belong to the author and may not always reflect those of Master Key Society or its affiliates.
That's valid.
This recording is a production of Master Key Society for the purpose of research, study, and discussion.
Okay, so because it's for research, study, and discussion, like I'm here to discuss it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this might not make the cut, or maybe it might make the cut, because if they don't want it, you feel me? If they don't want me to upload this, then we can't upload it. But if we can, then we'll just continue and discuss and read, bro. I just want to read. Everybody just want to read, right? If you're watching this, obviously you just want to read.
What do you want most?
Okay, open the book. They started off. We starting right now. I'm not even on the page, dude. Mine says, though, that Steve Harvey wrote this. Not wrote it, but his name is in the book. That's kind of dope. Let's go to... I think it's kind of cool that I got it, like, where y'all can see it, too. Just in case. It could just be like this, bro. But then I'll just be reading like this. And y'all can't... You feel me? I'd rather y'all be able to see, just in case you don't have the book, which you need to go get the book if you don't have the book. Okay, it says, what do you want most? Yeah, I don't have that page. Do I have that page? What? Nah, gang, I don't have that page. What do you want most? Introduction. Let's let it play out. We're all in this together.
Is it money, fame, power, contentment?
Let me answer that question. What do you want most? Is it money, fame, power, contentment,
personality,
peace of mind, happiness? Why don't I have that? I have to have that page, right? Look, hey, if you don't have that page, look for the page. I don't have that page, bro. I want to be asked that question in my book. But what do I want most? Sometimes you don't know, bruh. Sometimes we just, as humans, we might not know. I'm sorry, I'm yapping too much.
Peace of mind, happiness. The 13 steps to riches described in this book offer the shortest, dependable philosophy of individual achievement ever presented for the benefit of the man or woman who is searching for a definite goal in life. Before beginning the book, you will profit greatly if you recognize the fact that the book was not written to entertain. You cannot digest the contents properly in a week or a month. After reading the book thoroughly, Dr. Miller Reese Hutchison, nationally known consulting engineer and longtime associate of Thomas A. Edison, said, "This is not a novel. It is a textbook on individual achievement that came directly from the experiences of hundreds of America's most successful men. It should be studied, digested, and meditated upon. No more than one chapter should be read in a single night. The reader should
That's really good. I'm glad he said that. In that case, word, I don't have to say too much. We'll just read a chapter a night, bro. It makes sense. No more than one, bro. No more than one chapter should be read We gotta digest this, bro. It's not your regular Cam Jansen book. You feel me? Like, we're not solving a mystery here, bro. Or maybe we are. The mystery of all time, which is... Am I getting somewhere? My bad. Let me continue.
Underline the sentences which impress him most. Later, he should go back to these marked lines and read them again. A real student will not merely read this book. He will absorb its contents.
Right here, just in case you're not paying attention. A real student will not... What's this word? Run that back.
Real student will not merely
read this book. He will absorb its content and make his own. And make them his own. This book should be adopted by all high schools, and no boy or girl should be permitted to graduate without having... What? Wait, yo, I was going... Yeah, sorry. I was going dummy for a minute, dude.
read this
I was
book.
about to get carried away and read it myself. Chill.
He will absorb its contents and make them his own. This book should be adopted by all high schools, and no boy or girl should be permitted to graduate without having satisfactorily passed an examination on it.
Imagine that, bro. This book in high school, I probably would have read. A lot of books in high school, I didn't read. I didn't read any of the books, bro. Didn't grab any of my attention at all, bro. What was one of these books we read in high school? I don't know. Something about kids who were stuck on an island. I think they had a head on a stick or something on a stick. It might have even been a coconut. Then again, that might be a movie. What's the movie called? What's the book called, bro? Yeah, that's the one. You're thinking about it. Yeah, that's the one. That one.
This philosophy will not take the place of the subjects taught in schools, but it will enable one to organize and apply the knowledge acquired. And
Master Key Society, the people who put this up, I hope they let me cook, bro. Just let me cook. Let me upload the video. Let me do my listening book club watch party, please.
convert it into useful service and adequate compensation without waste of time. Dr. John R. Turner, Dean of the College of the City of New York, after having read the book, said, "The very best example of the soundness of this philosophy is your own son, Blair, whose dramatic story you have outlined in the chapter on desire." Dr. Turner had reference to the author's son, who, born without normal hearing capacity, not only avoided becoming a deaf-mute, but actually converted his handicap into a priceless asset by applying the philosophy here described. After reading the story, starting on page...
I thought I was going to be in the way of the words, but I'm not. This is great, gang. What else can we ask for? Hopefully it doesn't turn... If I'm in the... That's why you have to have your own book. Get your own book.
52, you will realize that you are about to come into possession of a philosophy which can be transmuted into material wealth.
I don't think we have the same book, bro. My book don't have any of this stuff. Or does it?
Or serve as readily to bring you peace of mind, understanding, spiritual harmony, and in some instances, as in the case of the author's son, it can help you master physical affliction. The author discovered, through personally analyzing hundreds of successful men, that all of them followed the habit of exchanging ideas through what is commonly called conferences. When they had problems to be solved, they sat down together and talked freely until they discovered, from their joint contribution of ideas, a plan that would serve their purpose.
I lost my
You,
place, man.
who read this book, will get most out of it by putting into practice the mastermind principle described in the book. This you can do, as others are doing so successfully, by forming a study club consisting
This is it. This is the study club. Welcome to the club.
of any desired number of people who are friendly, and harmonious. The club should have a meeting at regular periods, as often as once each week. The procedure should consist of reading one chapter of the book at each meeting, after which the contents of the chapter should be freely discussed by all members. Each member should make notes, putting down all ideas of his own inspired by the
putting down all, he just said like all ideas of his own. No. Each member should make notes, putting down all ideas of his notes inspired by
discussion.
The discussion. Each member should carefully, you hear the train, bro? Oh, brother.
Falling, dreaming.
Sorry, guys. I live inside of a train station. Freaking apparently. Alright. Anyways, all ideas of his own inspired by the discussion. Every single idea, bro. There's no idea. Never mind, I won't say that because you never know.
Each member should carefully read and analyze each chapter several days prior to its open reading and joint discussion in the club. The reading at the club should be done by someone who reads well and understands how to put color and feeling into the lines.
So he didn't know how to do that.
By following this plan, every reader will get from its pages not only the sum total of the best knowledge organized from the experiences of hundreds of successful men, but more important by far, he will tap new sources of knowledge in his own mind, as well as acquire knowledge of priceless value from every other person present. If you follow this plan persistently, you will be almost certain to uncover and appropriate the secret formula by which Andrew Carnegie acquired his huge fortune, as referred to in the author's introduction.
If you don't know who Andrew Carnegie is, bro, let me know. We can have a small lesson about that. For me, because I know. But if you don't know, that just seems like a random name, and it's not. It's a very important name. All right, let's get
Publisher.
Publisher. Wait, I think I got this. Everybody go to this page. Publisher, something. I got it. I got it right here. On mine, it's... Nope, that's not it. I thought. Let's just keep going.
Here's preface. This book conveys the experience of more than 500 men of great wealth who began at scratch with nothing to give in return for riches except thoughts, ideas, and organized plans. Here you have the entire philosophy of money-making, just as it was organized from the actual achievements of the most successful men known to the American people during the past 50 years. It describes what to do, also how to do it. It presents complete instructions on how to sell your personal services. It provides you with a perfect system of self-analysis that will readily disclose what has been standing between you and the big money in the past.
The big money, man.
It describes the famous Andrew Carnegie formula of personal achievement by which he accumulated hundreds of millions of dollars for himself and made no fewer than a score of millionaires of men to whom he taught his secret.
I'm telling you, teach me the secrets for real.
Perhaps you do not need all that is to be found in the book. No one of the 500 men from whose experiences it was written did. But you may need one idea, plan, or suggestion to start you toward your goal. Somewhere in the book, you will find this needed stimulus. The book was inspired by Andrew Carnegie after he had made his millions and retired. It was written by the man to whom Carnegie disclosed the astounding secret of his riches, the same man to whom the 500 wealthy men revealed the source of their riches. In this volume will be found the 13 principles of money-making essential to every person who accumulates sufficient money to guarantee financial independence. It is estimated that the research which went into the preparation before the book was written, or could be written, research covering more than 25 years of continuous effort, could not be duplicated at a cost of less than $100,000. Moreover, the knowledge contained in the book never can be duplicated, at any cost, for the reason that more than half of the 500 men who supplied the information it brings have passed on. Riches cannot always be measured in money. Money and material things are essential for freedom of body and mind, but there are some who will feel that the greatest of all riches can be evaluated only in terms of lasting friendships, harmonious family relationships, sympathy and understanding between business associates, and introspective harmony, which brings one peace of mind measurable only in spiritual values. All who read, understand, and apply this philosophy will be better prepared to attract and enjoy these higher estates.
Imagine if I had like a little bouncy ball, like boop, 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 boop. Well, it wouldn't make those sound effects, but just like that bouncy ball.
Which always have been and always will be denied to all except those who are ready for them. Be prepared, therefore, when you expose yourself to the influence of this philosophy, to experience a changed life, which may help you not only to negotiate your way through life with harmony and understanding, but also to prepare you for the accumulation of material riches in abundance. The publisher.
The publisher. That's why somebody gets a book like this, bro. Because they're trying to switch things up, turn things up a notch, bro. Something life-changing's gotta, you know what I'm saying, bro? The secrets, first of all, the secrets are in the books. I've heard that growing up, and boy, do I agree. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when life gets a little like boring, bro, same thing every day, you gotta pick up a book, bruh. Not just any book. The book. This book right here. I think it's a good book. I think it's a really good book, bro. I think this is the one. This is the one that can start your journey. You feel me? For sure. Your journey to life-changing, mind-changing, time-bending. You feel me? Am I getting somewhere? You feel me? All right. I'll say no more.
Author's Preface. In every chapter of this book, mention...
I got that page. I got that page for sure. Turn to that page. Boom. That's the first real page for me. Okay, y'all can't see it, but author's preface. In every chapter of this book, mention has been made. Is that what he says?
Has been made of the money...
What do you say? Hold on, you gotta make sure you're saying the right
preface. In every chapter of this book, mention has been
made of the money-making secret, which has made fortunes for more than 500. I don't know what that word
made
is.
of the money-making secret, which has made fortunes for more than 500 exceedingly wealthy men.
Exceedingly wealthy men, whom I have carefully analyzed over a long period of years. Gang, this is gonna be a good book, bro. Lock in, bro. Lock in.
Whom I have carefully analyzed over a long period of years. The secret was brought to my attention by Andrew Carnegie more than a quarter of a century ago.
I mean, essentially, I could look up at the... I don't have to look at my book. I could just look up at this. But, like, I feel like it hit different, bro. It don't matter.
The canny, lovable old Scotsman carelessly tossed it in.
I mean, if I'm looking at the... Come on, man. If I'm looking at the screen, what's the point of having a book? Right?
Ago. The canny, lovable old Scotsman carelessly tossed it into my mind when I was but a boy. Then he sat back in his chair with a merry twinkle in his eyes and watched carefully to see if I had brains enough to understand the full significance of what he had said to me. When he saw that I had grasped the idea, he asked if I would be willing to spend 20 years or more preparing myself to take it to the world, to men and women who, without the secret, might go through life as failures. I said I would, and with Mr. Carnegie's cooperation, I have kept my promise. This book contains this secret, after having been put to a practical test by thousands of people.
We finna put it to the test. And it better work.
Almost every walk of life. It was Mr. Carnegie's idea that the magic formula, which gave him a stupendous fortune, ought to be placed within reach of people who did not have time to investigate how men make money, and it was his hope that I might test and demonstrate the soundness of the formula through the experience of men and women in every calling. He believed the formula should be taught in all public schools and colleges, and expressed the opinion that if it were properly taught, it would so revolutionize the entire educational system that the time spent in school could be reduced to less than half. His experience with Charles M. Schwab and other young men of Mr. Schwab's type convinced Mr. Carnegie that much of that which is taught in the schools is of no value whatsoever in connection with the business of earning a living or accumulating riches. He had arrived at this decision because he had taken into his business one young man after another, many of them with but little schooling, and by coaching them in the use of this formula, developed in them rare leadership. Moreover, his coaching made fortunes for every one of them who followed his instructions. In the chapter on faith, you will read the astounding story of the organization of the giant United States Steel Corporation, as it was conceived and carried out by one of the young men through whom Mr. Carnegie proved that his formula will work for all who are ready for it. This single application of the secret by that young man, Charles M. Schwab, made him a huge fortune in both money and opportunity. Roughly speaking, this particular application of the formula was worth $600 million.
That's crazy.
These
bro.
facts, and they are
That's a lot of money, bro. And we talk about, that's not now, but that's back then where it was even more money, bro.
All this money on me make me wanna poop.
That type of money, bro.
facts well known to almost everyone who knew Mr. Carnegie, give you a fair idea of what the reading of this book may bring to you, provided you know what it is that you want. Even before it had undergone 20 years,
You gotta know what you want, bro. If you don't know what you want, the book is not gonna work. That's what they're saying. If you don't know what you want, the book is not gonna work. Do I know what I want? I hope so. You feel me? But if I don't, is it a waste of time? That's something to think about.
of practical testing, the secret was passed on to more than 100,000 men and women who have used it for their personal benefit, as Mr. Carnegie planned that they should. Some have made fortunes with it. Others have used it successfully in creating harmony in their homes. A clergyman used it so effectively that it brought him an income of upwards of $75,000 a year. Arthur
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a lot of cheese, bro. That's a lot of cheese.
Nash, a Cincinnati tailor, used his near-bankrupt business as a guinea pig on which to test the formula. The business came to life and made a fortune for its owners. It is still thriving, although Mr. Nash has gone. The experiment was so unique that newspapers and magazines gave it more than $1 million worth of laudatory publicity. The secret was passed on to Stuart Austin Weir of Dallas, Texas. He was ready for it, so ready that he gave up his profession and studied law. Did he succeed? That story is told too. I gave the secret to Jennings Randolph the day he graduated from college, and he has used it so successfully that he is now serving his third term as a member of Congress, with an excellent opportunity to keep on using it until it carries him to the White House. While serving as advertising manager of the LaSalle Extension University, when it was little more than a name, I had the privilege of seeing J.G. Chaplin, president of the university, use the formula so effectively that he has since made the LaSalle one of the great extension schools of the country. The secret to which I refer has been mentioned.
This is just the beginning, by the way. Like, this is not chapter 1. This used to throw me off back then. So I was like, geez Louise. And then it'd be like, chapter 1. What? I thought we'd be on chapter 8 by now. But nah, it's just the beginning, bro. Just if you didn't know. For me, just if you didn't know.
Mentioned no fewer than 100 times throughout this book. It has not been directly named, for it seems to work more successfully when it is merely uncovered and left in sight, where those who are ready and searching for it may pick it up.
I lost my place. Hold on. May pick it up. We were right here. The secrets to which I refer has been mentioned no fewer than 100 times throughout this book. It has not been directly named, for it seems to work more successfully when it is merely uncovered. And hold on, that was good stuff. We gotta run that back. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No fewer than 100 times throughout this book. It has not been directly named, for it seems to work more successfully when it is merely uncovered and left in sight, where those who are ready and searching for
see, I gotta emphasize where it should be emphasized, where those who are ready and searching for it. Okay, that's good, bro. I think let's go over people's heads right now. To work more successfully when it is merely uncovered and left in sight, where those who are ready and searching for it may pick it up. That's why Mr. Carnegie tossed it to me so quietly without giving me its specific name.
it may pick it up. That is why Mr. Carnegie tossed it to me so quietly, without giving me its specific name. If you are ready to put it to use, you will recognize this secret at least once in every chapter. I wish I might feel privileged to tell you how you will know if you are ready, but that would deprive you of much of the benefit you will receive when you make the discovery in your own way. While this book was being written, my own son, who was then finishing the last year of his college work, picked up the manuscript of Chapter 2, read it, and discovered the secret for himself.
That's crazy. If we have a eureka moment, and then I'm broke as a joke now, and then next week, come on now, next week, we're getting some more doubloons. I'm just saying, that'd be crazy, but I would like that, and I would appreciate that, and that's why we're here right now, reading this book, for real.
He used the information so effectively that he went directly into a responsible position at a beginning salary greater than the average man ever earns. His story has been...
I lost my place. Sorry, guys. I'll be losing my place. All this money on me make me want to poop. Position at the beginning of the salary greater than the average man ever earns.
Briefly described in Chapter 2. When you read it, perhaps you will dismiss any feeling you may have had at the...
Thought I was there. Oh yeah, briefly described in Chapter 2. When you read it, perhaps you will dismiss any feelings you may have at the beginning of the book. No feelings at the beginning of the book. I feel pretty good. No feelings. Nothing too crazy, right? A lot of nothing right now, just vibing.
Beginning of the book that it promised too much. And 2, if you have ever been discouraged,
I'm running that back. Run it back, Bargo. All right, back.
Perhaps you will dismiss any feeling you may have had at the beginning of the book
Run it
that
back
it
some more, Bargo.
burns.
Bet.
His story has been briefly described in Chapter 2. When you read it, perhaps you will dismiss any feeling you may have had at the beginning of the book that it promised too much. And 2, if you have ever been discouraged, if you have had difficulties to surmount which took the very soul out of you, if you have tried and failed, if you were ever handicapped by illness or physical affliction, this story of my son's discovery and use of the Carnegie formula may prove to be the oasis in the desert of lost hope for which you have been searching. This secret was extensively used by President Woodrow Wilson during the World War. It was passed on to every soldier who fought in the war, carefully wrapped in the training received before going to the front. President Wilson told me it was a strong factor in raising the funds needed for the war. More than 20 years ago, Honorary Manuel L. Quezon, then resident commissioner of the Philippine Islands, was inspired by the secret to gain freedom for his people. He has gained freedom for the Philippines and is the first president of the Free State. A peculiar thing about this secret is that those who once acquire it and use it find themselves literally swept on to success with but little effort, and they never again submit to failure. If you doubt this, study the names of those who have used it. Wherever they have been mentioned, check their records for yourself and be convinced. There is no such thing as something for nothing.
There is no such thing as something, bro. I'm convinced already, gang. I'm not gonna lie. There's no such thing as something for nothing. What does that mean? There's no such thing. What do you think that means? Yeah, I can't hear you. There's no such thing as something for nothing. I guess we finna learn, you feel me? Some more examples of that as we continue.
The secret to which
I looking
I refer cannot be had without a price, although the price is far less than its value.
Y'all remember popcorn
It
reading?
cannot.
I remember popcorn reading back in, you feel me, in school, where it's like you're reading and it's like, Tony. I don't even know where we are. The jig's up. I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention. Chris, can you take it from here? Yeah, miss, whatever. The secret to, oh man, I'd just be like, bro, I don't want to read. You feel me? I didn't want to read back then. But now, let me cook, bro. The secret to which I refer cannot be held without a price, although the price is far less than its value. It cannot see. Let me cook, bro. Let me cook.
Not be had at any price by those who are not
Alright,
far
run it
less,
back,
to which I refer, cannot be had without a price, although the price is far less than its value. It cannot be had at any price by those who are not intentionally searching for it. It cannot be given away. It cannot be purchased for money, for the reason that it comes in two parts. One part is already in possession of those who are ready for it. The secret serves equally well all who are ready for it. Education has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Long before I was born, the secret had found its way into the possession of Thomas A. Edison, and he used it so intelligently that he became the world's leading inventor, although he had but 3 months of schooling. The secret was passed on to a business associate of Mr. Edison. He used it so effectively that, although he was then making only $12,000 a year, he accumulated a great fortune and retired from active business while still a young man. You will find his story at the beginning of the first chapter. It should convince you that riches are not beyond your reach, that you can still be what you wish to be, that money, fame, recognition, and happiness can be had by all who are ready and determined to have these blessings.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's good though. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, we're talking about the secrets. If you're not understanding what's going on here, it's okay. No need to feel discouraged, stupid, or dumb. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you. We're just talking about the secret. So if you feel like something's missing, that's what it is. It's the secret. You haven't been told it yet. For me, you're not missing nothing yet. Just hold it down. Continue following along in your own book, bro. Grab your book.
How do I know these things? You should have the answer before you finish this book. You may find it in the very first chapter or on the last page. While I was performing the 20-year task of research, which I had undertaken at Mr. Carnegie's request, I analyzed hundreds of well-known men, many of whom admitted that they had accumulated their vast fortunes through the aid of the Carnegie secret. Among these men were Henry Ford, Theodore Roosevelt,
Henry Ford, he made the Ford truck, by the way. Just in case you didn't know.
James J. Hill, Elbert Hubbard, George Eastman, Charles M. Schwab,
Okay.
Luther
Anyways, we have these books. We have these names right here. I'm still on the right page. You gotta still be on the right page, bro.
Burbank, King Gillette, Thomas A.
All these
Edison,
people found
Edwin C.
the
Barnes,
secret, guys.
F.W. Woolworth,
Now we
Arthur
up next,
Nash,
bro.
and so many more, as you can read.
Definitely so many more.
These names represent but a small fraction of the hundreds of well-known Americans whose achievements, financially and otherwise, prove that those who understand and apply the Carnegie secret reach high stations in life. I have never known anyone who was inspired to use the secret who did not achieve noteworthy success in his chosen calling. I have never known any person to distinguish himself or to accumulate riches of any consequence without possession of the secret. From these two facts, I draw the conclusion that the secret is more important as a part of the knowledge essential for self-determination than any which one receives through what is popularly known as education. What is education, anyway? This has been answered in full detail. As far as schooling is concerned, many of these men had very little. John Wanamaker once told me that what little schooling he had, he acquired in very much the same manner as a modern locomotive.
What is education is a crazy question. Education, if you're asking me, yeah, bro, I guess we're gonna find out in the chapters to come.
Takes
Just lock in, bro, lock in.
on water by scooping it up as it runs.
Let me run that
Once
back.
told
Run
me
back,
that
Bargo.
many of these men had very little. John Wanamaker once told me that what little schooling he had, he acquired in very much the same manner as a modern locomotive takes on water, by scooping it up as it runs. Henry Ford never reached high school, let alone college.
That's
I am not
crazy.
attempting to minimize the value of schooling, but I am trying to express my earnest belief that those who master and apply the secret will reach high stations.
What does earnest mean? I mean, we could look it up. Or you could just tell me in the comments. Earnest belief that those who master and apply the secret will reach high solutions, accumulate riches, and bargain with life on their own terms, even if their schooling has been what is this last word? No, I don't know about that.
Accumulate riches and bargain with life on their own terms, even if their schooling has been meager.
Meager. Add that to the what does this mean? You feel me? Boom. There you go. Meager. Add that to the what does this mean?
Somewhere, as you read, the secret to which I refer will jump from the page and stand boldly before you, if you are ready for it.
You see, if you're not getting it, if that doesn't happen, it's not going to hit you, bro. Some people read this book and they have this eureka moment and they figure it out and everything makes sense now. They're like, oh, I know what to do. It'll only happen if you are ready for it. If you don't get that, if you don't understand what that means, then maybe it's not for you. But if you're watching this, it's definitely for you, depending on who's watching this. Yeah, bro. If you're ready for it, it'll hit. I feel like I'm ready for it. I don't know, man.
When it appears, you will recognize it. Whether you receive the sign in the first or the last chapter, stop for a moment when it presents itself and turn down a glass, for that occasion will mark the most important turning point of your life.
Turn down a glass? What does that mean? Turn down a glass? You talk about turn up a glass? Like, let me take a sip of this water, bro. I just figured it out. This is the water still in my hand. Well, he might not even be drinking water. He might be drinking something else. Yeah, sir. Put me on. Put me on, bro.
We pass now to Chapter 1. And
Okay, hold on. What?
to the story of my very dear friend who has generously acknowledged having seen the mystic sign and whose business achievements are evidence enough that he turned down a glass. As you read his story and the others, remember that they deal with the important problems of life, such as all men experience. The problems arising from one's endeavor to earn a living, to find hope, courage, contentment, and peace of mind, to accumulate riches, and to enjoy freedom of body and spirit. Remember, too, as you go through the book, that it deals with facts and not with fiction, its purpose being ready to convey a great universal truth through which all who are ready may learn.
Which all who are ready may learn, bro. Which all who are ready. Where we at up here? This is chapter 1. Which all who are ready. Right here. Which all who are ready may learn not only what to do, but also maybe I'm not supposed to be reading it like what to do. Maybe I'm not. Maybe he just wants to emphasize the importance of what. No, I am supposed to read like that. Look, the exclamation point. So it is supposed to be ready may learn not only what to do, but also how to do it. And receive as well the needed stimulus to make a start. Come on, dude. This is already hitting.
Not only what to do, but also how to do it, and receive as well the needed stimulus to make a start. As a final word of preparation, before you begin the first chapter, may I offer one brief suggestion which
please do.
May provide a clue by which the Carnegie secret may be recognized? It is this. All achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea.
Let me read that. Let me cook. Clue. Okay. The Carnegie secret may be recognized. It is this. All achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. Now, I know that might sound weird if you're driving, listening to me right now, and you're like not paying attention to what I'm saying, but listen to what I'm saying. All achievement, all earned riches have their own beginning in an idea. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to say, but I get it, because everything has to start somewhere. I really hope. Yo, that's what I'm saying.
If you are ready for the secret,
Run
you
that
already
back, man. Run that back, man. Read that again.
provide a clue by which the Carnegie secret may be recognized?
Yes.
It is this.
What is it?
All achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. If you
In an idea.
are ready for the secret, you already possess one half of it. Therefore, you will readily recognize the other half the moment it reaches your mind.
If you are ready for the secret, you already possess one half of it. Nah, you're not getting it. Therefore, you will readily recognize the other half the moment it reaches your mind. I can't help you if you don't get it, bro. You gotta get it. You gotta understand what I'm saying, or you're too far ahead of a whole bunch of nothingness.
The author.
I like that. W the author. W the author. Dap me up. I think this was valid. You know what I'm saying? Chapter 1 is gonna be a hit, bro. Chapter 1 is gonna be a hit. This was the beginning of something great, bro. Whether I can upload this and they leave it up or they take it down, Master Key Society, let me in, bro. Like, let me learn. Let me be part of the discussion. Let me be great. You feel me? Like, let me cook. Let me, I don't know, bro. Just let me. You feel me? Anyways, we're going to see where this goes, how this goes. This is the beginning of something great. Grab your books, bro. Grab your waters or your other drinks, whatever. And we'll continue. We'll continue, gang. We're not in chapter 1. We're about to be at chapter 1. You have to pull back up tomorrow. I think it's 30 minutes of reading is a good amount of time. And 30 minutes a day is good. You can begin to digest what we've read here. I think it's valid. Consider this something valid to digest. You feel me? But 1 chapter a day, because it'd be too much, bro. You don't want to get too much. 1 chapter a day. Thank you for watching. Dab me up. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Word. Let's get it.
Do you love the way I do when I'm loving your body? Hey, do you love the way I do when I'm loving your body?